You ever wonder why almost all late Republic and Imperial ships of the line feature that prominent wedge-shaped hull? Some tacticians argue that wedge-shaped hulls allow for optimal fields of fire for all of your turbolaser emplacements on the hull, allowing for a huge concentration of firepower towards enemies in front of the ship. This forces the Star Destroyer to engage in a more aggressive attacking position, which really does fit with that Sith ideology that Emperor Palpatine followed. A lot of people try to rationalize why the Imperial military was built this way. After all, they didn't have any near peers from a military sense that they needed to fight until the Rebel Alliance was created through their own oppression. Prior to that, they had no conventional military force they had to fight against. Plus, in a galaxy with extremely advanced weapons technology, why are ships relying still on line-of-sight weapons when they could be just firing missiles, or maybe even hyperspace-enabled projectiles? I mean, why would the Empire go from this Venator-class Star Destroyer, which essentially was a modern assault carrier and had far more range, firepower, and flexibility, for essentially what was an old-school battleship? This more ancient naval doctrine involved close-range exchanges of fire where both sides suffered heavily. You really can't think rationally when you're dealing with the Sith. This is why their designs focus more on form rather than function. As a matter of fact, it's said that Emperor Palpatine was the one responsible for shifting all ship designs to the wedge shape. This is based off of his own understanding of ancient Sith culture. One of the ships that was said to have inspired all of the wedge-shaped ships of the line that the Empire used was this Harrower-class dreadnought. Introduced almost 4,000 years before Palpatine's time, Sith fleets in those days were mainly built around the Harrower class. It was with these dreadnoughts that the Sith successfully would sack the Coruscant, which led to the Republic capitulating to the Sith's terms during the Treaty of Coruscant, which of course ended the Great Galactic War in the Sith's favor. While Darth Plagueis was always a much more pragmatic individual, his apprentice Darth Sidious had a taste for the finer things. This included an appreciation for classical art and more traditional aspects of Sith culture, including this wedge-shaped design. Whether it works or not, well, that's up for you guys to decide.